to the quarter pipe and spin after you ollie out of it, and then just do everything one step at a time.
And we are back, huh? Back at the Nine Club. The anti-ed everybody. And today we have a very turbed out guest.
I thought
And
there was no guest.
oh, that's right, there is no guest. Whoops, I just got Heffrey all nervous. Got him all nervous. But yeah. So originally, real quick, let me make this little post. Bing, bam, boom.
Basically, he's trying to say that we're scraping the bottom of the barrel here.
Yeah, we really are because what we really wanted to do was play Skater XL and play games of skate against each other, but my computer just can't handle all that by itself. So I've got a new computer coming in 4 days from now, 4.5 days. And as soon as we get that, we're going to be doing a lot more cool shit on here. But for now, yeah, pretty much just these podcasts and live skateboarding. That's pretty much it. And although I could actually stream this game by myself if we need to clock in some hours.
Dude, if you want, because Sean and I are both playing the game.
Well, I'm gonna
give anyone watching kind of a taste of what we're actually doing here.
Yeah, we're all three of us have Skater XL launched.
This would be kind of cool to see like how shit you still are at the game.
Okay, so there goes the Instagram post. We'll see if anybody.
Backside of Crooked Grind mini ramp.
Jesse Hughes is live right now. Did
Boots Electric.
Yeah, Jeff, did you see that in Hangouts? Like the other day, Jesse Hughes. It was like 4:30 in the morning. He starts an Instagram live thing, and it's just like him doing karaoke, and he's straight like I got a clip of him singing rapping along to Straight Outta Compton. And Jason Lee was at his house for some reason, and then the cops got called, and they were all very clearly hopped up on like and by that I mean like some sort of speed or something, like you could tell. And not Jason Lee though, he seemed all right, although you could only see his face for 1 second because he was holding the camera. But yeah, there you go. And hey Jeff, can you look directly at the screen for a second? Ladies and gentlemen, look at how big his head is. I just wanted to point that out.
Melon.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Let me get the.
Is it?
Got some shit to set up here. So yeah, what's been going on, Heffrey? You know, I feel like a lot of our friends don't really know about all of your adventures that you've been on these last 10 years. And shit, probably long. When did you first leave to go to like India? When was that? What year was that?
2012, because I remember it was like 2012. Like, shit, I'm in Asia on the other side of the world. 2012. And yeah, my mind back then, I was like, what's going to happen in December? 2012. Nothing happened, and I was in the streets of India. I think still, yeah, it was late 2012. Went to India for like 3 months.
And didn't you say that like one of the first things you
3
saw?
months?
Yeah, it was supposed to be 6, but I just got tired of it.
It's
exhausting,
say...
dude. If you go, it's physically or not. It's like it wears on your health and it just drains you because there's so many people and there's so much pollution and trash and just noise and people honking. I'm sure a lot of Asian cities are like that, like big ones. Speaking of, I was in like 4 or 5 different ones, like different sizes. But I went to like New Delhi, Mumbai, then Varanasi, then Allahabad.
All right, so Jazzco is here in the chat room. Hey, what's happening? Now,
Jazzco.
Didn't Jeff? Didn't you say like one of the first things you saw, like when you got off the plane and like got into India, was a kid just taking a shit in the middle of the street?
Probably.
Or on the sidewalk or something?
I saw a few of those. I can't remember specifically, but I do remember a lady. I was like pulling up to a train station, and it was like a roundabout. It was like the dead end of the street, and like went into the train station. But at that roundabout, people were rounding about a lady taking like a diarrhea puddle shit in the middle of the roundabout.
Ooh.
It was like at 10 at night as well, but like there's people everywhere, and she was just like blasting right there. Didn't give a fuck.
Did you see? Did you see it? Did you
Yeah, I
see
saw
the
it
act?
like puddle. Yeah, I saw the whole thing. She was just like, "Well, time to squat."
Yeah, zero
Time to
fucks
squat.
given.
Yeah, it's a pretty fucking interesting experience to go out there. It just has like all the centuries like alive and happening, like all the different time periods. Like I remember seeing a guy like whipping a donkey, pulling like a wooden fucking wagon behind him, like full of something, down the street, and like a black Mercedes went around him. I'm just like, okay.
And so now, for those that may not know, which is probably most people, since you don't, you're just one of those people that doesn't, you know, unless like you're specifically asked about something, like you don't go out of your way to explain your situation to people, right? So, other than our close group of friends, I would imagine a lot of people probably don't know why you wanted to go to India. So, what dragged you out there, or like what was calling you to go out there?
Oh, let's see what we're doing here. Getting this fucking deep questions.
Well, I'm just asking questions that I think all of our friends that we do this for
For
would want to
sure. No,
know.
that's probably uh, warrants a. Yeah, I see. I see why though. Yeah, it was like 10 years ago now, almost. Yeah, leading up to it for like 3 years, I just got into like Buddhism and like just quantum physics and like that sort of thing, that realm of thinking, and just kind of like researching and discovering kind of the unknown and like what we think is known, etc., and just like psychology and philosophy, etc. And then just through a series of just happenstances, just whatever it may have been, like landing in one book to another, like I just slowly just dialed in on India of like where I'd want to go to kind of explore a bit more of what I was into at the time. And then yeah, went to LA to kind of like pursue skateboarding a little bit more because I was like I felt like I had a chance to kind of like take that somewhere in life.
You should.
Then went to LA, and that kind of my expectations and all the events that happened kind of just like drove me away from going down that path. And then so I was like, all right,
That
plan B, and that was India.
so you're talking about when you came and stayed with me and Fitz.
Yeah. Yeah, on
Yeah.
50/50 clump.
Yeah, 50/50 clump. That's where Beagle used to live. That's how we met
Yeah.
Beagle, because we lived like right
Wait,
by
hold
each
up,
other.
because that was that 2008.
No, that was fucking 2010.
Oh, for
Maybe
sure. Yeah,
maybe
because we went
2011.
to the Stay Gold premiere at
Yeah, that's
the
right.
theater.
Oh, that's right. You were there for that. Dude,
Dude, I was the only one that bought a ticket. And then James, I told James about it. And he's like, I'm going to buy a ticket too. And then he bought 6 tickets. And then we get there, and they're like, you're not on the list. Like, you didn't buy any tickets. And after like 30 minutes at the gate, he's like, I bought a ticket. We're all here. And I was in the gate because I like had my own ticket.
I remember waiting at the gate for a while. Yeah.
And he convinced them to let like all of y'all in. And then like 20 minutes later, I asked him, or I think it was like the next day, he checked his bank account and he's like, yeah, dude, the payment never went through, but like the website said it did.
Mm,
So he got in for free. It's like,
nice. And Damn, I
Think
had to
so?
reset the audio.
Yeah, in Excel. Remember Sean? We'd skate in EA Skate.
All right, well, hold on for a second. How
Yeah.
Dude, you
how
can like power slide into shit like backsmith.
yeah. Well, the audio was out for a little bit because Streamlabs is fuck. So, yeah, we probably didn't have audio going for the last 2 minutes. But anyway, we were talking about how epic it was being out. So yeah, I'll have to edit that part out. But we're man, that's ass. Um, just ass. But yeah, we're talking about how epic it was that we got to be at the Stay Gold premiere, the America Stay Gold premiere back in 2010 in Hollywood, and yeah, and so I was about to say though, this is skateboarding. The DV if you got the DVD, so you got the video, and then you got the B side or the bonus disc with Andrew Reynolds' second part and all those montages and stuff. But people didn't figure out for years that you could actually there was a whole nother set of montages and old commercials that they used to run and like on video in 411 and montages that were never used. And one of the hidden things was Ed Templeton's part from the Sheep Shoes video was a hidden thing that you could unlock. And the only way to do it was like, for example, during the second montage on the bonus disc, you have to pause it between 3 minutes and 20 seconds or 3 minutes and 25 seconds, and then enter a code like up, down, left, right, 1, 2, enter, and then bam, you unlock one thing. And there was like
So sick.
12 things like that were on there. But then, so most people never knew that there was one post in a forum somewhere where they gave out the codes, and that's the only way you could find it. But then, once DVD players started getting better or started being implemented into computers, then you could just burn what was ever on the disc and you could see all the hidden files and just play
Right.
it.
So it just unlocked or just revealed everything that was there.
Yeah, like you just see
Where the
what's
viewers are like,
all
oh shit,
what
and so
all
everyone like
information is on that
officially
disc.
figured it out, or more so.
Yeah.
Was the tour of the America Mansion on this skateboarding?
No, that wasn't on there. That was in an issue of On Video.
Oh damn.
It was like spring of 2001, I want to say. Yeah, cuz remember we used to have that at Alley Cat and I would watch it all the fucking time.
Yeah. No way. Was it that early on?
It was the same issue where they did the whole Pat Duffy tribute with which is kind of crazy. Yeah, it was like 2001 when that came out. And yeah, that's how I kind of fell in love with Pat Duffy's skating was because of that same issue. And yeah, between
His
Pat
on videos were the best.
dude, I mean, don't get me wrong, 411s are the best too, but I really liked the on videos. Too bad it didn't last like too long. But
Oh shit.
dude, for a while there, so I don't know if you guys remember. Well, you guys weren't there, but 411 was about to make a comeback back in 2010. The company had been sold and bought by somebody else, but they were still skateboarders. And one of their like contract like he's like an independent filmer, but he films a lot of shit for 411. And so we were working on a whole segment with me and Fitz and Terrell, and for a good month or so, maybe a couple of months, we'd pick this dude up, Dirty. His name was Dirty. He was the filmer, and he was truly dirty. And like he reminded me of Tommy Castle, if
Oh
that.
Jesus Christ.
Like I'm talking like a young Tommy Castle, like back in like back when the shops were open and stuff, even before
Tommy,
Yeah,
that.
just like
Tommy
his
was fun to hang
ethnicity
out with.
from.
Dude, he's one of my favorite people ever, man. And like all of us, we've all been through some shit, but I think he's still out there. He's still doing his thing. And yeah,
Yeah.
what was that? Well, there was the Fruits, but then there was what was that one? Was that the Fruits video that Chase Bennett made? Like before the shops were opened?
You were more of a humble skate park type of guy. I didn't affiliate
Yeah.
with
Well,
those kind.
Tommy was in both scenes though. Like, but yeah, he they all lived
Earlier
it.
on though, like that's early, like Chase Bennett and
Yeah.
Colton Bennett and Tommy and fucking
That
NU or whoever,
yeah
Gary.
that was the Fruits video, and
Gary.
well that's
Both Garys
oh
actually, Gary fucking Briggs
dude.
and the other guy.
Oh, the stoked Gary.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Gary
dude.
Hamlet.
Yeah.
Gary Norris.
Yeah, Norris.
Whatever happened to that guy? He was cool, man.
I think he joined the army, then he came back and started skating again, and then he
Oh,
like,
that was Bradley.
Yeah, that was Brad.
oh shit, I don't know.
God damn it, Heffrey.
Truth
And
be told,
Damn it, dude.
but yeah, that's
I
the
should
thing
have.
though, because back in the humble days, like I didn't know about Town Center because I didn't have a car and I couldn't get over there, so I didn't even know
We didn't know
skateboarding was.
about town. We didn't have cars either. We knew about Town Center.
Yeah, but for some reason, me and Gino and Preston and Nick never did, and all we knew is that there was a skate park in Humble, and so that's the closest thing that our parents would drive us to.
Yeah, you
And
lived closer to town center than like a lot of us, but you still like went right past it and went to the skate park.
yeah, yeah, I was probably playing like Game Boy or something every time my mom drove me up there, so I wasn't looking out the window. And yeah, we didn't figure out about Town Center until like right before the shops opened, basically. And but yeah, once the
Yeah, I
shops
remember
opened,
playing like middle school football at Kingwood High School, like during a game, and my brother Ricky, like we just started skating. I was like fifth grade, so it was like sixth grade, like a year later. I was playing a football game at the high school, like pretty much across the street from what we're talking about. Whoever gives a fuck, town center. And he went over there on a skateboard, and he came back and like after the game, he told me about it. He's like, "Yeah, there's this rail that that was held up. It was like a handrail down the three that was held up by like an upside down bucket, like one of those 5 gallon like tub buckets, and it was like cemented into the top. And so I don't know if y'all remember, but like the main part, the three that you'd skate off of, like at the top, there was like that divot. Do y'all remember that? Or Sean actually?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
That was from that handrail that used to be
yeah,
in there. I don't know if,
that's
like
right.
who made that, like
Yeah,
fuck Peter maybe. I don't know. If one of them, maybe Nikki might know if he ever listened to this.
yeah. Nikki would know.
Maybe Nikki made it. Maybe Tom Schneider. I don't know.
It's probably. It's
I
probably.
feel like
Sounds
it
like
was like Peter though, because he was the only one that was like that.
wait,
Actually,
what's the question? I kind of zoned out there.
so at Town Center, like in 2001, there was a like a custom shitty made handrail going down the three that was held up by like a fucking big bucket.
Yeah,
I guess it was like cemented. But I think the rail, so it's just like a pole going up and then a pole at an angle, then a pole back down at the top of the three set.
yeah. I remember
And I think
Peter
the
telling
pole
me
was
about
just like a
that.
fucking metal rod, like fucking up the concrete. And so for like probably still to this day, there's just like this crater like dug out at the top of the three from that rail.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
I totally
what
forgot
did
about that
what
funny.
what trick was in question though on the rail?
Nothing. We're
There's
just
no trick in question.
questioning
Okay.
who would know about, like who installed the thing.
Oh,
And I was saying it
What
was probably like Nikki or fucking Peter
I
or
I feel like I
Jeff
heard.
was just explaining the origin of how he found out about Town Center.
Yeah, we already.
yeah, and just like
Yeah.
the early days of it before like we were like even conscious of like what like a three set was.
I feel
it
like
was
I.
amazing. Remember, your dad would only give you 3 hours to go, and so we'd haul ass up there on bikes and then skate as hard as we fucking could,
Yep,
and then come back.
dude, that was like half the exercise or the like leg strengthening, like building.
I
Was
know.
sprinting on my bike as fast as I could. It was probably a good like casual 28-minute like bike ride, but I'd get there in like 16 minutes, like as fast as I could. Just so I could skate like 2.5 hours
Yep, yep.
in
And then
fucking
you
like
still have
black,
to mow the lawn that day and do
yeah,
fucking manual labor around
in
the
like
house.
black jeans, like black Levi jeans in like 100-degree heat.
Yeah, and
And then
now,
I'd go like drink a Dr. K from the store.
dude, you and
Dr.
Rick and your
K.
Dr. K's and Dr. Peppers. Dude, Rick. Oh, first of all, Johnny Balls is in the chat room, everybody.
Johnny Balls, he's back.
He's our favorite human that listens to our shows. And, yeah, welcome back, Johnny Balls. And, yeah, very
Since
much.
you're probably the only one out there, Johnny Balls, we're scraping the bottom of the barrel tonight with yours truly,
Plus,
Heffels,
plus, we didn't announce it. We didn't do
and
any
playing a
pre
video game
anything.
at the same time. So
Yeah, we just had to do something. So here's what we're doing. And oh, Queen might be joining us. She's always fun to hang out with. And we now got followed by How Are You Not Affiliate Yet? We we got the deal, but it takes like my friend Aaron said it took him like 2 months for them to actually for it to go through. This other dude I was talking to said it took him like 3 or 4 weeks. So yeah, we earned affiliate thanks to you very much. It just takes a few weeks to process all the tax information and paperwork and all that shit. So yeah, and plus the way we're paying out everybody, we might have to form an LLC, which is which is so preposterous. Like, really? We have to do that just to do this stupid shit that we do?
am I gonna have to
You gotta pay
for the?
your fucking taxes.
Am I gonna have to
That's
pay
just
for
how it
being on
is.
here? Is there a service
Yeah.
fee?
No, I'm
You have to
talking.
pay
No, I'm talking
500
about you
minimum.
getting. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying the payout system, as in paying everybody that's on each stream. That is why we need to form an LLC, so that it's all legal and taxes are taken care of. So now Johnny Balls is saying it only took him a day when he got affiliate.
I knew he
So,
was gonna say something like that.
but yeah, I'm not sure if he's joking or not, but I don't think he's joking. I think he's actually being
Yeah,
serious.
it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he is too.
Yeah, and yeah, I don't know. It's only been a couple of days since I finished the paperwork, so we'll see. Yeah, any second now, any day now. And on top of that, Johnny Balls. Oh, I don't know how I could share the image with you, but of the specs. But dude, I just got a hauler PC ordered, custom built, specifically for doing this shit. And it's coming in 5 days. And once that comes in, my friend, we're gonna have a lot of entertaining shit on here. Not that we don't already. Actually, yeah, we probably don't. But and another breaking news: Hal Fry's camera is off. That's fantastic. Yes, I do actually, Johnny Balls. I do know a graphic artist. Yeah, hit me up, man. Are we connected on anything else other than Twitch? Like, are we friends on Twitter or something? Yeah, I'll have to give you my number somehow. I'll hook you up with a good graphic artist. I know a couple actually. So yeah, let me know what's a good way to get a hold of you. What's a good way to message you so I can give you my phone number without giving it to the whole world. Yeah, just let me know. And there you go. Now,
And there you go.
so Jeff, what was it about? Again, I don't mean to turn this into an interview, but I don't understand though. What was it about Los Angeles that just wasn't resonating with you? As far as like pursuing the skateboarding life, like what? Because I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but we all kind of at some point or another we all dreamt of going to California and being skateboarders, right? Like professional skateboarders, right? So what made?
I think first off, money. I was there with like $4.
Well, that was all of us.
Yeah, but like that didn't help. And then I just felt like it wasn't. I don't know. I like JJ was there and like James, and we were just like fucking around, and like I felt like there was zero progress, if not us or me backtracking in the whole like fucking project of like trying to
What
progress in
was the
skateboarding. Yeah, and, like in the whole purpose of like going there to like kind of progress a bit more and like
Are you
socialize and
filming tricks?
in the LA like skateboarding world, and I felt like I was making zero progress for whatever reason.
Well,
we're just
probably
like
because
driving around. Not like if we were filming, like I wasn't doing anything. So
your
I don't
So there
know.
ankle.
was no memorable tricks that you filmed while you in that period of
Well, but
time.
your ankle was fucked up though, wasn't it? That was a huge factor.
Was it for like 5 days? We went to Malibu and like Ray showed up. Do you remember that trip?
Oh my god, this is such a good story. Oh my goodness.
Oh shit, there's some craziness. Just that one night trip. I think was Ricky there for that?
No, this was it was you and me and Ray and Evan and
Evan Tapia?
yeah, Evan Tapia was there.
What the fuck?
Remember
Okay.
because Evan walked through poison ivy at some point, and then when he went to sleep, he used his shoe as a pillow,
That was me.
and then oh, that was you. Okay, yeah.
I wish it was Evan. I wish it was anyone else but me. But it got like in my it was the right side of my face. Yeah, basically I went and camped on the beach and then we like crawled down this slope of like ivy. And that was the only time I came in contact with like leaves. It was like 5 feet. Just crawled through it. Uh went out to the beach. It's crazy. Like Ray was hammered drunk and he just like face planted in a pile of rocks.
Dude, now that's I gotta tell my perspective of that story because
That's great, dude. It was nuts because we pretty much like took like 12 shots each and then like walked to the beach. And pretty much by the time we got there, I feel like we're all just like blacked out.
yeah, there was a lot
we
of
were just like out in the wild, on the coast, on the ocean.
yeah for the like because for a while it was mostly a really good time except we lost Ray. Well, we lost everybody. Everybody got lost at some point, and then or most of us. But then for the longest time, remember we were all looking for Ray. We couldn't fucking find him, and I was the first person to actually see him. I see his silhouette of that, just a perfect silhouette in the shape of Ray's nose. I knew it was him. I was like, oh shit, that's Ray. I was like, Ray. He turns over. He's like, Ray. And then he starts walking, and then you just watch him go into a pile of rocks. Literally. Just
like fucking like
face
Oh,
planted
like
into a
small
pile of rocks.
boulders of just like fucked rocks. And just
Dude.
um dude, yeah, like we were out on the water and then we're fucking with like whenever the tide goes in and back out, these little like luminescent blue little fucking micropod shits, whatever those are called, would like light up if you stepped on them and they like illuminate out from your foot.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Anyway, that happened and I was like, this
Yeah.
is fucking awesome. And I was looking down for probably like 3 or 4 minutes because I just got like sucked into it and I was just like stomping around and like just like fractal like electricity like shooting through the sand. And then I look up and like everyone's gone. It's like pitch black. I'm drunk and I look over and I see Ray. The first thing I see is Ray mid fall into the face plant. And I'm like, what the fuck?
So you saw him faceplant too?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh wow, we both saw that. That's
Like
fantastic.
it was a mixture of feelings of like, where'd everybody go? And I was like, oh shit, like I'm out here by myself. Like, what has been going on? And then I'm like, fuck, dude. And then I turn and then it's a person falling like face plant.
Yeah, because he was
That's
on
a
top.
mixture of like, oh, there they are. Oh wait.
Yeah, dude, and that's the thing is, it was so funny at the moment, but that must have hurt so badly. Like Ray got fucked up on that trip, and I don't
Yeah.
mean like I mean physically. He got like beat up on that trip by those rocks.
He doesn't even skate.
Yeah.
Was that even Malibu? Was that Malibu?
Yeah, it was Malibu. We went camping out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's cool.
hold on, back to what I asked earlier.
No.
Did you get any memorable clips in that period of time?
Oh, yeah. No, Brian, do you know? I don't think so.
Honestly, I don't think you did because your ankle was fucked most of the time you were there.
Oh, really? See, I don't
And,
remember that either.
You know, there is a possibility I might be confusing that with J. No, that was JJ. JJ was the one whose ankle was fucked. That's why he wasn't skating. And then there was that other time where I don't know if you might have left at this point, Jeff, but me and JJ and Evan and Fitz and I think this was pre-Taylor and Terrell. We all went out to Venice Beach and whatever, did our thing, and then we could not. Oh, and Cruz was there. That's who it was. And we could not, for the life of us, find JJ or Evan. And their phones, this was back, 2010. Smartphones weren't super commonplace.
Yeah.
So we couldn't fucking find him, and we waited for so long. We're just like, fuck it. JJ will figure out a way back. He always does, right? And Evan, same thing, right? And plus, we assumed that they were together. Now, there's two great stories about this. One is what happened to JJ, and the other is what happened to Evan. So let's start with JJ. So it's really kind of a short story with him. Long story short, he doesn't remember much of what happened. All he knows is that he woke up the next morning, uh, in to a lady like staring over him, like wondering why he was in their backyard. He was in some random person's backyard in a hammock with an open can of cat food on his chest. Can't make that
Dude,
shit up, folks.
This is when him and James got in a huge fight, didn't they? This was like I think this was like a day after I left.
No,
I
you're
remember the story.
Yeah, James was pretty. We almost didn't let JJ back in. Like we were just gonna like make him leave for a day and pretend that he wasn't allowed back in, and then because yeah, we were pissed that we lost both of them, and we fucking were scared shit. Like, dude, Venice Beach at night is fucking. You don't want to be there. You know what I mean? And so, anyways,
Just like in the video game Dash, Escape, and Destroy.
yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, people come out and fucking knock you with a club, take your board, take your wallet, and steal your wife. Yeah, and but what happened to Evan was him and JJ got separated. Obviously, why would they stick together when they're both lost, right? Who would want to do that? So
Eat my neighbors.
I'll try. I will try. Although I just had a big steak, I don't know how possible that is. So Evan decides to catch a cab on the way home, knowing that he didn't have any money.
Oh Jesus!
And so he told him to stop about 3 blocks down from 50/50 Clump, out there in North Hollywood, and he just went for it. He just got out of the car and started sprinting. But of course, he was probably drunk as fuck and stoned, so he didn't get very far. The driver caught up to him and beat the living pulp fuck out of him. And then he showed up at our door just bloody, nose is crooked, like fucking. That dude fucked him up. And the craziest part was, like, Evan, he wasn't even mad about it. He was just like, yeah, I totally understand where he came from. Like, he was just so mellow about it. Like, he was like, yeah, I deserve it. Like, yeah, like, I don't blame the guy. It's like, wow. Like, only Evan would react that way to that situation.
Yeah, I think just stress. Like I was just stressed out and I just left. That was the biggest thing, and I didn't have money. Like that's usually the root of my stress.
Yeah, and plus also, it was pretty minimal living because me and Fitz had our rooms, but all the rest of you guys had to share the living room. So that probably wasn't too much comfortable either.
Yeah, it just sucked all around. Yeah, there's so many things. It was just like, fuck.
See, I bet if you had your own bedroom and you had like $8 instead of $4, it would have been a lot better.
Yeah.
Just twice as much money.
Dude, I remember, speaking of, like, so let's see, this was probably like 2009, probably like a year, let's say a year before, when I was living on and off in Austin and like skating with all those guys. I was living on Dieter Galvin's couch with like Derek Simon, and I think it was just them two. Their apartment. I was like living on their couch for like a little bit, and I remember vividly one day waking up, going to Burger King, and I had like 92 cents, and I got like a burger for like 85 cents, and that was my meal for the day. Like that was all the money I had, and that's what I ate.
Dude, yeah, we
like skated there by myself, like 5 blocks away. It was like 10:30 in the morning, and got a burger, and then probably like went and ollied like a double 8 after that.
yeah, and
Did you ollie a double 8?
I think
No, I ollied this fucking gnarly double set into the street off of like 33rd or something.
What are you talking about?
Dude, whenever like in like a month, I'll show you, Sean. It had like fucking like 30 feet of runway, and I had to sprint as fast as I could and quickly just ollie like as far as I could. and it felt like
Man.
the size of like a 16.
I don't think I was there for that.
No, yeah, because it was with when I was skating in Austin with like those guys.
Oh, we just jumped to Austin all of a sudden. Okay.
Yeah, I thought we were
That's
talking
what.
about California.
Yeah, I was saying like a year before Cali in Austin, Burger King,
Oh, okay.
etc. Yeah,
Okay. I was wondering where you got an 85 cents burger in Hollywood. That's impossible.
yeah.
Um, okay, that makes a lot more sense. But yeah, I don't know, man. I totally get why people don't like North Hollywood or LA in general, or even just the Valley. Um, but I love it, dude. I love the randomness. I love the chaos. I love meeting people from all over the world that are on their own little missions, whether they're trying to become a writer or a director or a screenplay writer, whatever, or a skateboarder or a dancer or a fucking whatever. You just meet the most interesting people out there. And every
Sure.
time you leave your house, it's an adventure, especially in North Hollywood, because where we lived right there at 50/50 Clump, right in, for those of you that are familiar with North Hollywood, we were right there at Lankershim and Magnolia, 1 block over on Clump, and right in the middle of everything. So literally whatever you needed, electronics, food, vitamin, just anything you could possibly want was with any one of those businesses would be within skating distance from the apartment. And so that way you can just go skate to the store, get what you need, skate back, and there's spots to hit on the way back. And
Dude, and then like 6 weeks into living there, we see Beagle walking in. Do you remember that? Like, what the fuck?
yeah, I think
Like
you
in the
were there
Baker
when
van
we
or
first.
the whatever van. Beagle's like walking up,
Yeah,
and then we see him again like a week later. Like,
yeah,
shit, dude, he lives in here.
that's where it all began for Fitz. Yeah, right then and there. That's how we met Beagle. We met Terrell right before that at the NoHo Park, because Terrell was staying with us for a bit while you were there too, right?
No, I never met any of them.
Oh, so this was pre any of our connections we made.
Yeah,
Okay.
never met any of them. Pretty much like the next week y'all met him.
Honestly, I think now that you say that, I remember thinking that, like, damn, if Jeff had just stayed an extra week or two, like, because as soon as we met Terrell, dude, like, Terrell, and I'll forever be grateful for this, and I know Fitz is too, especially Fitz, because he actually has a career going to an extent, and yeah, he's killing it, dude. And Terrell is the one that opened the doors. Like, Terrell's the one that vouched for us, like, took us to all these premieres and fucking shoe release parties, introduced us to everybody. And Terrell was the one that was like, hey, these dudes came from Texas with no fucking money. They're just coming here trying to skate. Like, these dudes are cool. Like, he gave us the seal of approval. And it was on ever since that moment, like, we met Terrell. And then, yeah, he started staying with us, like, probably like 2 days after we met him. He just like started crashing at our apartment.
Sick.
And Terrell's the best, man. Yeah, we're gonna get him on here.
Dude, that'd be a
sometime
lively
soon.
show.
Yeah, so we're gonna do me and Terrell and Fitz and Taylor, because that was the crew. And so yeah, we're gonna do that. And dude, I'm hyped on Taylor right now too. Like, he's got that skate shop out there. He still kills it. He can hard flip back rail, any handrail, anytime. He's got a new
back rail.
That's impressive.
Oh yeah, hard flip back rail. Yeah, just hard flip, and then he puts a rail of coke on his back and is able to turn his neck around and snort it. It's unbelievable. You should see it. But no,
Dude, the hard flip was hard.
hard flip back lip is what I meant to say, down any rail. And dude, and plus, and he has a kid now too. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, just hyped on that dude. Hyped on what he's doing. I like that.
Does
Right?
it show my name as Heather?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
think it does.
So yeah,
Sweet.
in case you didn't guess, people, that's actually Jeff, and his name is not Heather.
Right. Clarity is key.
Absolutely.
Damn, yeah, I wish y'all could see my screen. Fucking just doing kickflip back nose blunts and Skater XL.
And so now that all you people are here, or some people are here, so yeah, initially we were going to stream some Skater XL and just kind of hang out while we're playing skate against each other, but Yeah. So we're gonna have to wait a few more days before we can do that. when my new
Or
computer
Brian's
comes
little
in.
computer isn't strong enough
Yeah.
to handle that much actions, but
Yeah, it's got the downs.
Hey, Bresler,
fortunately, in like 2 days, he's
that
getting a mega computer.
Bresler, play that Isabel clip.
We're gonna run the risk. Yeah, let's show Jeff that. He probably hasn't heard this in years.
Does Isabel have copyrights now?
All right, so here we go.
He should, dude. Imagine that with all the shit that we like stole from him, pretty much.
Dude, I thought about that a while ago. I was like, man, what if he? I don't know.
Trademark?
Yeah, what if he? Yeah, and sold his little sayings, like licensed them out.
Only
That was his whole.
you can't even do that realistically, though. I don't think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but he should have been a comedian. If he had like a manager, like a talent manager.
dude, especially like
Sure.
if you can get Isabel in that classic Isabel mood, like he would be really good at doing crowd work as a stand-up comedian, like just dealing with hecklers. He would be really good at that. Just imagine the shit he would say to the hecklers, dude.
Dude, just imagine. Okay, check this out. Like, say he was doing a bit, and then there was a heckler that was like, "Hey, asshole!" And then he'd make a face like that face where he like his lips go like this, and then he's like, "Hmm." I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if you know what face I'm talking about, but
Yeah. Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes.
You would have to reel it in a little bit, like tighten it up, because like he would say some fucked up shit mixed in with funny shit. But the fucked up shit would be funny to us because like we knew him and it was also just fucked up.
Yeah.
But I think for the public to digest it, it would have to be less fucked up.
Yeah. And with that, so I've got the Isabel video pulled up, and so I'm gonna pull the video over us. So if you want to do something illegal or something you don't want people to see, now's your time to do it.
I can't see your stream, so I won't be able to see it.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Unless you share your screen in Zoom.
Well, you don't really need to see it so much. It's just a phone call between Isabel and
Jeff, you were the one filming, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, is it in the car?
Yep.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude! I've seen this fucking video so many times.
All right. Well, in that case, let's not show it then, because
No, you can show it. Don't show it.
Yeah. No.
Is there anything else you can?
We've shown that on like 2 streams already. Yeah.
Oh really? Yeah, even more so.
That's just Sean just can't get enough.
Isn't that where the on away fucking recording came from?
That's where it came
what
from.
About there's some other clips.
Yeah, but I don't have. But that's on the hard drive, which is broken. That's one of the few clips that I made sure to save on my computer, just in case anything happened.
Dude, that was like the tail end of him in his prime too.
Yeah, and
like that was the tip of the iceberg, like the tip of the iceberg of like when we started like recording him and like basically like Anti-Ed 2, like he was like fading away.
Yeah, and Jeff, you should pull up the stream on your computer, because for one, we get more numbers that way, which helps all of us out. And then for two, you can see the Anti-Ed 2 GIF that I made that you might have never seen. That's playing on the stream repeatedly.
Oh.
And yeah, check that out. I don't like
you can do the sound alerts.
And you can do sound alerts, and we get some extra numbers, so that's good. Yeah, if both of you are not looking at the stream, then shame on you, because you could be helping us, and you're just not, because you're too fucking stoned, and you're sitting in your garage, vaping, smoking like a fucking savage. You sloppy son of a bitch.
Definitely not savage like right now. That's for sure.
No, you're just more. You're just a sloppy son of a shit. But so Sean, I'm guessing you don't have it pulled up on anything.
Not at the moment.
Let me ask you a perfectly logical question. Why in the ass not? You know we need more numbers, and you can just add an extra number. But you're not doing it. You know what? You're way too high right now. I understand. It's okay. It's okay. In fact, I'm going to get stoned in a little bit here, too. Welcome, new viewers. Queen, is that? I have a feeling that was Queen that just tuned in. Is that you? Queen, if that. Oh, she's probably too lazy to make a Twitch account. That's what it is. She's just watching. She doesn't want to chat. Or she wants to chat. She just doesn't want to take a minute and 37 seconds, folks, to make a username. Yep, I timed it, did it myself. And there you go. Now, Jeff looks confused.
All right, give me a
Twitch.tv/antied2.
give me. Let's do lightning round for
Ooh,
Lightning
lightning
round.
round.
like yes no questions, like five questions back to back to back, and I'll just quick answers.
Okay. Let's see.
Damn.
Let's see.
All right, too slow.
Okay. Okay. Real quick, just off the. Hold on. Let me make sure I don't say something stupid real quick.
And that would never have a chance. It was like he just can't move at lightning speed. No
Okay,
way.
here you go. Here you go. Jeff Haley.
Yeah, well, I said this because I have to piss. So either
All right,
you
right
wanna
now.
take that time while I'm gone. I'll
Right
be gone
now.
for like 60
Jeff,
seconds.
Lightning round question.
No, you
right
just
here.
go pee.
No,
Go pee and then
I have
come
a
back
question
and
for
do
you
it.
right now. Jeff, you have to marry one, kill one, and fuck one. Oprah Winfrey, John Isabel, and a ham sandwich.
Oh my god, dude.
I would marry Isabel,
Perfect. Oh, wow.
kill Oprah, and fuck the ham sandwich.
Yes! That's exactly how I would have answered.
Wow, that's pretty good. That's probably the best way to answer that.
Yeah. I mean, who doesn't, ham sandwiches are pretty fuckable, first of all. And, yeah, not trying to.
Now he's saying like fuck him, like because there's meat in him, and he's vegetarian.
Oh, yeah, that went right over my head. Yeah. There you go.
But and then kill Oprah. That's yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I think
She's
everybody wants to see that happen. So, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, folks, but you know what the deal is. Do you know what's crazy is I have no idea how I made that GIF. That was so long ago, and I still don't know how to make a GIF. Yet I made that one. Oh well, you can't see it because you're the asshole that's not giving us the extra number. That's right. Forgot about that. Forgot about that.
that's me. I'm the asshole.
Yeah, you're not just the asshole. You're the whole ass. You're the whole ass. And so what's your bank account number? Let's just give that out. We'll just put that in the chat room here. What are you, Chase or Wells Fargo?
Wells Fucko.
Really? I fucking hate that. Well, I mean, I hate all banks. But all right, so folks, if you wanna, and then what's your PIN number for your debit card? We'll give your debit card out too.
It's 6666.
Oh, Queen would like that. So there you go. That's the card number and the PIN number. 6666. There you go. So where I know. So what is that? The Leander. Where's that park with the gap to back tail to fakie that you did? Which park is that? On the down ledge? Hal?
Oh, it's Wells Branch. Yeah,
So
Wells Branch.
Is that kind of like that's just like where you skate mostly lately? It seems like this last week or so.
Yeah, that's where I
That's
was
a
last.
solid-
Nah, I was there last night. Jeff still owes me $10 from that session.
Or, yeah, he backtailed the A-Fran first try.
Oh, that's right. Have you ever done it to regular, Sean?
No,
Is
I've
it
only done it twice actually.
is it because you can't, or it's just easier to go fakey?
I'm just
It's weird. It'd be
in the
way
moment.
easier.
It
for
just
me to-
feels right to go to fakie. I don't know how to describe it. I don't really think about it until I'm at the end of the ledge. Or maybe I just go to fakie because I'm scared to go. I feel like I know for a fact I'm gonna land it if I go to fakie.
That's
Maybe that's what
weird,
it is.
dude. I would be the exact opposite. Like with backtails, K-flip backtail, any sort of nollie backtails, even especially not like none of them make me want to go fakie. I would much rather come out regular.
The one I did last night that Jeff saw, it was weird. I like whipped it out to fakie. I didn't even like pop out or anything. I just like
Just a
it was like super last minute. I was like, and then like oh fuck, and I had to like whip it out just to right away.
just a little quick skizzert.
Hey, is y'all's audio like fucking kind of glitchy on your end?
No.
Nope.
Fuck it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, fuck it.
Man, yeah, especially once this yeah, and that's the thing, folks. Once the affiliate, once we actually do get, I mean, we earned affiliate, but once the paperwork goes through, all the, you know, and that's another thing, folks. If you want, you can buy us a shot. Well, I guess you can't buy Heffrey a shot. Sean, are you taking shots tonight?
Nah, I'm not.
Okay, well, I'm taking shots. So,
But you will take shots.
yeah. So, for if you want to see us, if for some reason you want to torture us with some nasty liquor, I bought some
What
bottom.
kind of liquor do you have?
Fucking Evan Williams, just the assiest. Well,
That's not Evan Williams isn't so bad.
it's dude. If you drink it as long as I had drank it, yeah,
That's
I can't
pretty gross.
stand that shit anymore. But it's certainly not as bad as Malort, which that's what we really need to get for these. But yeah, if you wanna try to get us drunk, you can send us for every $5 you donate to us through PayPal, which I'm putting the PayPal link in the email rather in the chat room. Shredhell21@yahoo.com. For every $5 you donate, you can force one of us to take a shot. So there you go. Or in Sean's case, since you're not doing that, for every $5, you have to take like a fat fucking bong rip if they pick you. Will you at least do that? And Jeff, what is something that you could do that you necessarily wouldn't normally want to do?
Jeff's got
Yeah,
like
there's
some grape juice right there. He's drinking some grape juice. He'll take a fat swig.
Like, do you have
some
something
grape juice.
disgusting or something that you would be willing to drink if someone paid you $5, or willing to smoke or do something with?
Sounds pretty gross. I don't know. There's nothing really here. There's just like water and orange juice and like almond milk, oat milk.
Okay,
That's
so
it.
okay, so ladies and gentlemen, if you want to make Jeff do something, he will try to projectile shit up in the air and into his mouth for every $5.
Ooh, tubgirl.com.
Yeah, tub hef.
Yep.
Yeah. So Jeff will pull a tub hef.
Dude, do y'all remember that website?
Which website?
I
Oh,
don't.
you mean Two Girls,
It was
One
called
Cup?
tubgirl.com.
Oh, Tub Girl.
Jesus, I do. Damn
Yeah,
it.
I do remember that.
Yeah. It's like the most vile fucking photo you could ever
Hey.
witness.
Hey, I'm gonna leave and come back in 2 seconds. See if that fixes the echo. It's like a weird ass echo. Hang on.
It's probably your shit headphones. Man. Yeah, and that's what I was going to say, folks. For all these donations that you send in, if you want to make us take a shot or make Hal take a fat bomb rip, for every $5, just make sure when you send us the donation through PayPal, make sure you specify who it's for and what you want them to do. And we can do anything. If you want to be on the show, we could bring you on. In fact, you can call into the show. Why don't we do that? Open up the phone lines since it's Saturday, and I can use the Fringe FM phone system. Oh shit, that's right. So I'm gonna go ahead and log into Hybrip, just as long as nobody's logged in over there at the network. We should be good to go. And but yeah, all the money is honestly going to be going to getting microphones and proper headsets to all of the anti-ed folks, as well as it's going to help cover the cost of the computer that we just got to be able to do all the really cool stuff that we're about to start doing. that we haven't been able to do because my computer is just too assy. So, so all of your donations are very much appreciated. Again, shredhell21 at yahoo.com. It's in the chat room. You can just see that. And if you want to call in, the phone number is 1-800-588-0335. Again, that's 1-800-588-0335. And I'll post that in the chat room as well. And there you go, folks. Suck on that. Oh, man, now I have to piss now. Well, I'll just wait for Heffrey to get back. Then it's my turn. So, what you rocking over there? You still got that caramel cream in that pen of yours?
Dreamsicle.
Oh, that's right. Mason was saying he does caramel cream only. But, yeah, and, speaking of camping, he's actually out camping right now. And, okay, here comes Heffrey. Heffel's coming back.
Heifer.
And it'll just take a second. I'm kind of proud of that little GIF I made for such a long time ago, and how stupid I am that I actually made that. It's kind of impressive. See those purple? Oh, well, you don't see anything. Never mind. Okay, Heffrey's. Have you still not pulled up the shit on your computer, you asshole? Dude, for one, you can't see the chat room. For two, we need the numbers. What are you not doing? Pull the shit up on your laptop.
All right, there we go. Yeah, it was Zoom. I joined and did like an audio test, and like it was still fucking up. So I closed out the program. It did the job.
Oh, okay.
You know, it gives a fuck, but just in case it happens to you or something.
Classic reboot.
So anyway, to finish answering, wait, did we decide on what you were gonna do if someone gives you $5?
See, it was echoing. Were you saying if someone gave me $5?
Yeah, what would you do
What'd
for
I do?
$5? Yeah.
She would chug a glass of oat milk mixed with orange juice. How about that?
That's good. Yes. People will pay to see that. People will pay to see that.
Dude, I'm already feeling nauseous thinking about it. Fuck. It might be all right, but also that sounds fucking disgusting.
All right,
Maybe
so
like a half glass.
$5 to give me a shot, $5 to make Sean take a unnecessarily big bong rip, and keep in mind he's already way too high right now. And then Heffrey will drink half
Are you
milk,
in the
half
garage,
orange
Sean?
juice.
Yeah, I gotta smoke in the garage nowadays.
Dude, your whole setup. I just realized it's ridiculous. Half your camera's your knee, and it's pointing in the corner of your garage.
Yeah, it's not perfect, but
Okay,
it
Yeah.
fits, you know.
what is that? That looks like some artwork. That should be your background. What is that?
That's actually one of those things that you fold out and you can make a wall so you could change behind it.
Oh, is there like photos on it?
There's, yeah, some photos of, looks like some European architecture, residential architecture.
Dude, you should unfold it and sit it up behind you.
Yeah, maybe.
Or you can Venmo him $5.
If you if they Venmo us even $1, I'll set it up.
All right.
All right. Yeah, see, this is why we need to like announce these shows before they happen so that people actually know that it's happening. It's amazing we have as many listeners as we have without announcing anything.
Hey, the four of you listening out there, somebody scrounge up 25 cents each, Venmo it to Hal Fry, 69420.
Nah, you gotta PayPal Bresler Shredhell21.
Yeah, shredhell21 at yahoo.com. And in fact, we could
You
do
gonna
it.
trust him though, Sean?
We could do
He's
it.
just gonna keep the dollar for himself.
We could do it. No, in fact, 30 cents of that dollar is immediately taken away for taxes. And then
That's because you still use PayPal, you ding dong.
no, it's because we have to pay taxes from anything we get from doing this.
Well, what if we just say it didn't happen?
But like you were kind of getting at though, yeah. So you don't have to donate $5 all by yourself. It's just like once we hit the $5 mark. So yeah, so there's 6 of you listening. So if you all donated, or 4 of you donated 25 cents, you could make Sean get way too high.
No, I wasn't. I was talking about the backdrop.
Oh,
Pulling out the.
well, that's a shitty reward. Why would they want to pay for that?
That's why I made it
what's
cheaper.
going on right now. He's got like a rolled up rug and some sticks and some cardboard
You want to see it? Check it out.
and a blow up fucking floaty. And is that one of those trailer hitches too sticking out?
Did you say a blow up lady? You got one of those things with the hole in their mouth?
Got one of
Nah,
those
dude.
blow up ladies.
It's not a blow up lady. It's like a blow up kiddie pool.
But can you fuck it?
But that's got an elephant head.
Well, can you fuck that? Is it fuckable?
I mean, what do you think, Brian?
If there's a will,
I don't
there's
know.
a
I can
way.
barely see it. That's all I'm asking you.
That's Brian's.
Just imagine a fucking blow up elephant. Look, see it?
Yeah, you could probably face fuck it if you wanted
What is
to.
that? What is that trunk made out of?
Yeah, plastic, composite.
Dude, you know what? Speaking of face fucking, have you guys ever seen that clip of a monkey face fucking a frog?
Eesh.
Yeah, straight up.
No.
Like you know about fleshlights, right? Like this monkey is literally using a live living frog, like he's raping his face, straight up. In fact,
Dude,
we could probably
would that
pull
be
it up right.
considered to a biologist as them evolving into using tools now?
Yeah, it's just a jerking off tool, and it's an organic tool at that. Yeah. You just gotta hope you don't grab one of the poisonous frogs, right? Because that would suck.
You know what? Frogs just they get kind of a shit end of the stick on Earth in general.
What do you mean exactly?
I mean, they just get abused and run over all the time, and
face fucked, and yeah,
yeah,
they really get
and
the
like
shit.
little kids fucking with them when they're 6 or 7, dissecting them, you know. And
Yeah,
Ooh,
remember
it's true, yeah,
dissecting
science classes
frogs?
and just fucking.
Yeah, that was sketchy. Ooh, yeah, I still don't like thinking about that. Yeah, in fact, me and Jake May.
Like since you started thinking about it a second prior.
No, ever since we did it.
Oh.
Yeah, me and Jake May. That's actually how Jake kind of got into our whole clique. I was like the first person to ever talk to Jake when he first moved, and
Sure.
yeah, we had to dissect that frog together. And Jake was more into it than I was, but neither of us were really in. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like that should be a thing that's taught in like public high school. Is how to slaughter
it'd be
a
kind of
frog.
cool. Like subtle background music, like fucking Ariel M or something playing right now.
Yeah, well,
Sean
dude.
looks.
The only thing though is if we do that, then the audio is going to be muted because of copyright strikes. Although Jeff, I didn't tell you. Guess who I talked to the other day?
He told me twice.
Oh, I did tell you twice. Yes. Oh yeah, I forgot about the other night when I.
Papa M.
Yeah.
Or Ariel M. Whoever.
Wait, would that playing that music, would that mute us?
Yes.
How come?
That sucks.
How does that work? Is that up to him or his producer? Or fucking
No, it's
whoever?
up to his record. It's between his record label and Twitch. As long as they're late, most record labels, more and more every day, there's more labels that are contacting Twitch and making deals with them. Like, hey, we'll pay you this and this and this just to add our songs into your algorithm, so that if anybody plays any of our music, you have to mute it. And that's how I could play like some stereo synthesis stuff from like me and Sean and Eric, but and actually no, I can't even do that because I don't have that on my iPod.
Synthesis.
Stereo synthesis.
Dude, play something. Come on.
Maybe, hey Sean, since you're sitting there, you could play. You could play for us.
I could probably figure. Let me see
Just
what I
some
can
little
put here.
subtle background lullabies.
All right. Well, hold on. Let me try something here. Actually,
Let's see.
you know what?
Man, Yeah, like I'd love to have some Frank Sinatra in the background. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, can't quite do that without getting your audio turned off.
Frank
Although, actually, you
Sinatra.
know what? David Pajo might not, because I think his shit was more independent.
Wait, can y'all hear that?
No.
No.
Yeah,
I'm
you don't.
playing music
Yeah, you don't.
on Pandora.
Yeah, I got it. I got it. Don't worry. I'm gonna play some shit.
Probably like the most underground song that no one would care about.
Yeah. Well,
That'd be stereosynthesis.
Or fucking Ariel M. Like,
yeah. I'm gonna try playing some Ariel M right now. So shut your mouth.
if somebody knows about that, then all for.
All right. Now, here's the thing about Zoom though, is you two are not going to be able to hear it when any of
I can
us
hear
are
it.
talking. Or can you hear it?
Yeah, I could barely hear it.
That's the thing but here's the thing is the audience can hear it very clearly. So just keep
Okay.
that in mind.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see now if we were doing Skype, then you'd be able to hear it perfectly. But Zoom just has this automatic audio canceling feature. Even if you turn it off, it still does it. So while you talk, it automatically mutes any of the other sound inputs coming from me or Sean or my music. As long as you're talking, you're not going to be able to hear dick. Or as long as anyone's talking, basically.
Sean, give us just
Bruh.
a random thought of the day, Sean.
That I just had.
Yeah.
I just got the weirdest taste in my mouth I've ever tasted. And it's like probably, I don't know, I'm still kind of bewildered at how I tasted that.
You're bewildered?
Yeah, bewildered.
Dude, I have said and heard the word bewildered today at least 4 times. That's kind of crazy. Think about it. How often does someone say bewildered?
Back to the lightning questions.
All right.
For sure. Yeah, did you like my first answer?
Yeah, no, that was epic. That was epic. And all right.
Alright, I got a good one. Red or blue pill?
Red.
That's the one that's like you go out of the matrix, right?
I think so. 'cause
Yeah.
I think.
Yes.
And I
I
haven't
forgot.
verified this,
I forgot which one it was.
Yes,
I think-
that is the red pill. Yes, that is
I
the
think-
red pill.
I always remembered it as like the blue pill is like the sedative, like blue, like back to your.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I'm glad you brought that up because, Jeff, you know that well, Sean, you too now. You probably know that Queens of the Stone Age song, Better Living Through Chemistry, which is one of my favorite fucking songs of theirs. But the whole song starts off with the blue pill opens your eyes. And I've always wondered, like, but
Is there a better way?
that's the red pill that does that, though. So what is he talking about? Like, he must have some other meaning or something behind that.
Another drug.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's probably talking about oxys or something.
He's probably
Plus,
just
when did
he's
he-
probably just like being weird and satire-y or punny or some
Yeah.
shit, like, or using sarcasm.
Yeah, but they usually don't. They never say anything just straight up, just to be the opposite. Like all their lyrics are usually pretty meaningful, if you know what I mean. Like that would be very out of
He could
character.
be alluding to something outside of the Matrix. Plus, when was each of those written? You know?
Well, shit, that was like 2000.
Yeah, Matrix
So
was
after the
probably
Matrix.
Yeah, it was
98,
right
I'm
after the.
guessing.
Now it's 99, I think.
Yeah, the Matrix was still popular, you know, like when he wrote that song. So.
Right.
But yeah, I'd
All
imagine
right,
there's a little
well.
more. You might, and since Jeff got to piss, now I get to go piss. So I'll be back in the
So
piss.
I'll wait till Brian comes back till the next question's asked.
All right.
What? No, you don't have to. Just keep it going.
Well, just hurry the fuck up and piss.
All right. Now that Brian's gone, we can say whatever we want.
Dude, honestly, I want to lean towards the red pill, but I don't know. It's tough. My first instinct is the red pill. But if I think
Why?
about it too much, then I'm like, oh, but yeah. Anyways,
Why the blue?
just because ignorance is bliss in a lot of ways.
Yeah, it'd be intense to come out of a world, or like out of a dimension into a world that's full of what the Matrix portrays it as. Like, oh shit, let's go back. Because it is pretty gloomy and fucked up.
Oh, you know what?
That's what's that's actually kind of a good point, because in the movie, all the people that are still in like the blue pill world in the Matrix, are like, well, they do seem pretty miserable, but at the same time, they seem pretty content compared to the real world that's around them. That's like fucked up anyway. But then again, maybe it's just fucked up because it's abandoned and it's run by robots. And they don't give a shit. I don't know.
Well, the thing is the human race, like that section of the human race that's out of the Matrix, they are becoming extinct.
Oh, really?
I mean, that's how I see it. Because the whole world is like run to shit, you know, and it's like,
yeah.
And they live like underground, I think, right? If I remember correctly. Or I can't.
You know what would be cool is if you could knowingly be in the Matrix, okay, so Neo, in a way, he like gets out of the Matrix, but he like plugs back in, right?
Yeah.
If you could plug back in knowingly and do what they do, like download the ability to fucking fly a helicopter. That way, that you're in the Matrix, but like you're out of it.
So you're just in the Matrix.
Have cheat codes, basically.
Like you're
like you have like a fucking dude behind the program, like just fucking feeding you anything that you need to know. Remember that?
So like you mean just like being like in the Matrix, but knowing that it is a Matrix that you're in.
Yeah, and have the ability to manipulate like reality around you.
I think they do that, don't they? Don't they give them codes over the phone while they're?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So like
I feel like they do that.
He took the red pill, but then he could like go into the Matrix still, though.
Yeah. Yeah, because some of the characters of the humans, they don't even go. They just stay out of the Matrix the whole time and work from behind the scenes.
Oh, dude.
All right, but
oh my God, do you guys want to hear some crazy fucking shit?
Yes.
All right, let me oh, I could pull it up. Wait, no, yes I can. Okay. So I'm gonna play a clip for you guys in a second here. It's gonna take me a minute to pull it up. But so you know Dr. Fauci?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That creepy old man? Yeah. So okay. So I'm about to play this clip of him saying, well, I'll just wait for you to hear what he has to say. If my computer will load the stuff that does the things. Okay. Here we go. All right, turn down the music for a second. Okay. Now there's a video to it. You can see it too, but since you're too lazy to
population
pull up the Twitch screen, you're not gonna be able to see it. So let me fast forward. So, oh, I don't need to do any splaining. They nail it right here. All right, here we go. You guys ready? Both of you?
Yep.
All right, so make sure to mute or just not talk while this is playing, otherwise you won't be able to hear it.
Fauci is on the leadership council for the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. In January of 2017, Anthony Fauci told a crowd at Georgetown University that there would be a surprise outbreak during the Trump presidency.
There is no question that there will be a challenge to the coming administration in the arena of infectious diseases, both chronic infectious diseases in the sense of already ongoing disease, and we have certainly a large burden of that, but also there will be a surprise outbreak.
Deborah Birx is a board member for the Global Fund.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
In 2017, right before Trump was inaugurated, he straight up told the public that there was going to be an outbreak.
That was to the public, or was it?
He was giving a talk at, what's it called, university that they just said.
Yeah.
And
Jesus.
so how the fuck did he know almost 4 years in advance that there was going to be an outbreak of a major virus?
That with why the fuck would he tell people?
And yeah, why would he say that in the first place?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's one of those
Dude.
things you can't just ignore that shit, folks. Like, yeah, that happened. That really happened. This dude knew about this 4 years in advance. So you have to wonder what the fuck is going on right now.
Maybe he would.
He just
was
straight up
told some
predicted the future.
information, and he was told to say it, and then when it did happen, he would be praised, and then he would be like, he was on the media. He's been on the media like crazy, right? And so then he can direct people through the media, through whatever statements he says.
Yeah, but either
With
way,
the propaganda.
the point being that, you know, and throughout the video, there's so many other clips of, you know, presidents and politicians like saying things like that, like, yep, there's going to be a huge outbreak, and, you know, before Trump's out of office. And it's like, okay, well, I mean, coincidence is one thing, but this is not coincidence. I mean, this is people straight up telling you. Is it Fauci or Fossey? What the fuck is that creepy man's name?
I think it's fucky.
Fucky. Yeah, so someone like Fucky, I mean, for him to say that 4 years ago, and then it straight up happened 4 years later, while Trump is still in office, just like he said, are you sure that was just a lucky guess? Are you sure? Because it sounds like he knows what he's fucking talking about.
Do any of them allude to when it ends? I think that's the bigger question now.
No, they just said
I know.
they just said during the Trump administration the outbreak would happen, and it did. So yeah, chew on that, you fucks. Chew on that.
What was the conspiracy that concerned you from back in September of 2015? Or was it October?
Oh, yeah, that was back during Project Jade or whatever that shit was. And yeah, a lot of my family was really worked up about it too. Like, I remember some people in my family like straight up printed out maps because they thought the GPS systems were going to go down. And yeah, we were just basically we were worried that there might be like a global blackout for a couple of months. And so we were just prepared to go, you know, huddle up at one of our family members' house for a couple months if that did happen. But it didn't, luckily. So, and that's another interesting thing to point out too is, you know, you got to think about it like this. Like when it comes to not even just conspiracy theories, but just somebody trying to forewarn you about anything. Well, why do people forewarn people? So that to hopefully prevent it from happening, right? But then
I
when
would say potentially.
Wait, I'm halfway through my point. So that's why you would warn people, right? Because you don't want the thing that's about to happen to happen. That's why you warn people, right? So when there's a bunch of people in public warning people, and then that thing that they were warning about didn't happen, well, guess what? No wonder it didn't happen, because they finally got the word out to the public, so they couldn't fucking do it anymore. But a lot of people take it as, oh, well, that never happened because they were, you know, it never happened, so they were obviously wrong. It's like, no, that was their whole intention, was to make it not happen by warning you. A lot of people miss that. That goes right over their heads.
I guess that's an equivalent argument of like, we shouldn't have shut things down back in like April or whatever the fuck in March. It's like, well, because the numbers were pretty low, it's like we overreacted. But it's like, I think the argument is, well, we reacted to prevent the numbers from being high. It's like, so we had low numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but what I'm saying is let's use a much more simple case scenario. Let's say somebody that I knew specifically told me like, "Hey, I'm going to go break into Jeff's house and murder him tonight." And then he told me that, but on his way to your house, I called you and said, "Hey, there's somebody trying to murder you. You should leave." And then you do leave, and then you don't get murdered. And then afterwards, you tell me, that's like you telling me, "Oh, well, nobody's coming to murder me because if they were, I would have been murdered." It's like, no, you weren't murdered because I told you.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a little different. But yeah,
Anyway,
I see what you're saying too.
I thought you were going with that whole like story of like why like the public or the media or whoever the fuck will warn someone of something is to prepare them for that thing happening in the first place, and so that it can happen with
there's
shock. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that definitely goes on too. Absolutely. But that's kind of like the exact opposite of what I was saying. But yes, that absolutely does happen for sure. 100%.
It kind of like nestles you into that like circumstance.
Yeah, kind of like the Pentagon's doing with all their UFO programs. They're getting you used to the idea that yes, we have been lying to you for 70 years. Yes, we have been researching UFOs. Yes, we do have footage of UFOs. And here you go. Here's the footage, by the way. And yeah, that kind of situation is very real as well, as different as it is. But yeah, dude, Jeff, you really need to come out to like Contact in the Desert next year, or at the very least the Conscious Life Expo in February. I think you would have way more of a, especially if James Redfield's going to be there again.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I can introduce you to that guy. Well, you could just introduce yourself. In fact, I would love to see how you two end up meeting. Just show up at the same place. It'll probably be similar to me, you know? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if you guys have a few synchronicities and he comes up to you just like he did to me, you know?
For real. Makes me wonder. What's I gonna say about that? Do they still do that like global conscious thingamajig?
I wish. Yeah, the group meditation that we used to do.
But it was like a worldwide thing.
Dude, do you remember
like online?
Do you remember how powerful that shit was? Remember we pulled up to the Trailwood Park and we just sat there and closed our eyes and participated? That was powerful.
Because it's like a guided meditation. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. And no, they don't. They do it like once or twice a year now, as far as I understand, instead of every week, which is unfortunate because I loved that, dude.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, absolutely loved
Didn't they do that in LA this year or recently?
Who, James Redfield?
No.
Oh, yeah, no.
They had a global meditation.
Yeah, they do that.
Just some people.
Yeah, it's usually on November 11th, 11/11. So that was a couple of days ago, yeah.
Dude, do you want to try to explain? Because I'm really pessimistic. What's the word? I'm hesitant to buy into the numerology stuff. So, because first off, 10, like multiples of 10, like how we have our number system is pretty arbitrary and just like that's our system going to a certain number and then restarting. So like 10, 20 to 30, you know what I'm saying? Like the way it increments up. And based off of that, there's a lot of like patterns that we attribute like special meaning to. But that's just like a man-made thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like people say like certain number patterns like 1111 like means something universally, but like we've created that number. Especially 11:11 p.m. Like,
no, but here's the thing is no, you are wrong about one thing though, Jeff.
Yeah.
And this is one of the greatest conversations I've ever had. It was with my old math teacher from the Art Institute in Austin, and super old dude. He looked like Gandalf. You know what I mean? Like one of those guys where you're like, this guy must know something, right? And so I pulled him over after class. This was right when I started doing radio. And I was trying to get him to come on the show, but he didn't want to talk to the public, you know. So I just asked him personally. I was like, I asked him about some mathematic equations and theoretical physics and stuff. We're getting into that kind of stuff. And then he pointed out, he was like, you should try doing this sometime. Go, next time you meet a mathematician, ask them, was mathematics invented by people, or was that something that already existed that we just discovered? And he said, if any mathematician is going to be honest with you, they will admit that, yes, we discovered math. We didn't invent math. Math is inherently built into the universe. That's how the universe works. Everything is based off mathematics and patterns. We are just smart enough to see those patterns and to understand mathematics. But mathematics itself was not an invention of humanity. That's built into the universe already. We
Right.
just are able to observe it and learn it.
So I believe that's a perfect point, and plus I agree with you. But then again, when it comes down to like, for the best example is 11/11 to me. Like first off, like that's just a day of a year that like the year isn't even a perfect year divided by 365 days.
Yeah, but that's also why they start at 11:11 on 11/11. So it's 11/11 and they start at 11:11 a.m.
Yeah, plus it's more of like a symbolic thing than
Yeah,
anything
it's
to do it
probably
at
more.
that time.
It probably is more symbolic
But I'm
than
talking
anything.
about numerology, not physics and mathematics of the universe.
Yeah, see, that's the thing with. Here's what it is for me though, is because my sister, as much as we do not get along at all, um, oh, this is my favorite song. See, this is the song. Can you hear that? Remember this one?
Yeah, there's a good quote in here actually.
Oh yeah. See, I listen to that song in the float tank every single day. I love this. But here's what got me is my sister at a very young age came up with her own numerology system. Her own numerology system. She didn't this was when we were kids. She just started noticing these patterns like, oh, every time I see 222 when I'm thinking about something, that thing that I was thinking about when I see it always ends up being a waste of time. Every single time. And then when she sees 999 when she's thinking about something, that idea always ends up being like the best thing she could have done. And she had those experiences with all of the nine from 0 to 9, right? 10 is not involved because that's not a single number. It's only 0 through 9. And so me and my sister believed in her theory for several years until we got old enough and the internet came out and we were able to start looking stuff up, and it turns out her theory that she came up with by herself is actually one of the more common numerology theories, one of the most highly regarded numerology theories out there, but she picked that up on her own. So so that's kind of, so I guess I'm a little biased in that sense, as I've had that experience and just the way it happened to me. Like it's either the biggest coincidence ever or it was a huge synchronicity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I was kind of being like devil's advocate, I guess, of numerology. And I've always had like this thought in the back of my head. I'm like, but is this just like something that we've created and now we're applying like these meanings to?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, the numerology part. Yeah.
Yeah. So say like the universe exists with like everything that's in it, with all the patterns and everything.
Yeah.
And then this little like us come along and we create something like completely man-made.
It
and that's
could be
our system of counting, whatever the word is for that.
Well, now
tens.
when you're talking about like the meaning of 777, like yeah, that's obviously arbitrary, and that was like the meaning, what the meaning of what that means, that is what was made up by humans. But mathematics itself is already inherent in the universe. But the patterns, we're just attributing meanings to patterns that already exist naturally. But yeah, the meanings that we assign them certainly could be wrong, and probably are. But for me personally, like, I live my fucking life by that numerology. Like, for example,
Wait, real quick on that note, because my main point was, I guess I can ask you, do you think the number system of like counting to 10 and then moving on to like the next number placement, whatever, going to like 20, and then all the way to 100, and then there's 1,000 and that sort of thing, like breaking into tens?
you mean like going from
is that like a
you mean going from tenths to hundredths to thousandths?
yeah
Yeah. Okay.
yeah? Do you think that is like a natural universal thing?
Absolutely.
Interesting.
Yeah, because that's part of
How-
mathematics. That's part of how math works.
I know, but that's our mathematics is also our tool to study these things that are out around us.
No,
and so if we had like
mathematics is just like in the same way that a tree is a tool for us, but we didn't make the tree. The tree was already there. We just used the tree as a tool to make paper and fucking skateboards, and that's like a tool for us that we use. But it was nature
Alright.
that provided it.
So I don't know the history of like where the number system came into play, but my theory was always we have 10 fingers, count to 10, and then start over. What if we had 3 and 3? What if we just had 6? And so we would go up to a certain amount and then just restart, and then that would be like our
yeah.
system.
Okay.
And then we'd apply all these things to that.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, when you come, like the metric system, for example. Yeah, those patterns are made up. Like, yeah, we created the metric system, which is based on tens, right? So in that sense, yes, we made that up. And yeah, if you notice the natural patterns, like real natural patterns, as far as like, the constellations and how often their cycles are, it's never, ever in perfect denominations of 10. Like it has, the universe's math, the way it uses its own mathematics is very different than how we have decided to use those mathematics, or how we decide to interpret and divide and multiply the mathematics. Yeah, we made our own way of doing that, but the mathematics itself in origin, it was already there way before humans were here.
Yeah.
Those
it's just a part of it.
Yeah. So
I'm just trying to clarify like that the tens like number system that we use wasn't already in place and natural part of the universe. It was natural, like from us. It came from us. Because basically my theory is, I don't know, we have 10 fingers. So we go up to 10. And then we have, 10, 20, 30, and then 10,000, 10,000, etc. And so from that in place, we can map all these things that we find out in the universe to that, and then see patterns from there.
Yeah. And so, yeah, it's kind of like we're almost splitting hairs here at this point, because you're right in the fact that, yeah, the whole tens system was definitely created by humans. But the only reason we're able to create it is because we discovered math, which was a natural thing that already existed in the first place. That was an inherent aspect of the universe that we created something out of. We used that as a tool to make our 10 system. You know what I mean? Which, by the way, that's another stupid thing. Why the fuck do we not use the metric system in America? How stupid as fuck is that, dude? Seriously. That's like one of the, just the height of arrogance of whoever really runs this country. You fucking dickhole. Really? You're not going to use the whole rest of the world uses the metric system, and on top of that, the metric system is based on tens. It's so simple. our stupid American measurements of feet instead of yards and miles instead of kilometers, it doesn't fucking add up. It's so much harder and difficult and confusing. It's almost like they're trying to make us stupid.
Yeah, that's funny because I was looking up yard and where that originated from, and that was from like the UK or Britain.
Yeah.
Prior to like America, I thought America made it up, but what had happened was, pretty sure I just skimmed through Wikipedia real quick, so don't quote me. But we took their yard and just changed what that was.
Yeah.
It's literally the British and the U.S. yard is different size.
So which one? Because a yard is typically roughly, it's a little bit, it's not exact, but 1 yard is typically 3 feet.
Yeah.
So is that the American yard that's 3 feet, or the English yard that's 3
The
feet?
American, yeah, because we, the British and all them don't use feet anyway, and I'm pretty sure ours is exactly 3 feet.
Yeah. So then how many feet is the English yard?
I think it's smaller. So is the meter. So I don't know if I don't know where it lies.
Yeah.
Dude, they had some funny measurement names back in the old medieval times.
Yeah, stone. They used to weigh shit based on regular, like, roughly the size of like, the weight of a specific stone. It's like, okay, well, but that stone weighs more than my stone, so which one are we basing this on? You know, like, it just, yeah. Well, humans had to start from somewhere, and
Bird in the hands worth two in the bush. That probably came from some dude standing in a bush with a bird, and he was trying to pay for some grapes or something.
yeah. Dude, do you think it's possible at all for, like, because we obviously live in a monetarily based society. Like, everything is based on money. That's what runs the world. Do you think it's possible to actually have a global society without, that is not monetarily based? Or in other words, a human society without money, just trade and barter. Do you think that's possible with all this technology and shit we have now, and everything that's happening in the world today? Do you think it's too late to go back to that?
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. This monetary system shit is obviously not the best way to do it. There's got to be a better way.
We could evolve through it with what we're kind of stuck in at the moment. Well, I don't think we could ever go back to any point.
But there's got to be something better than what we're doing now.
I'd say if we went back all the way to where, like, barter and trade, or whatever you want to call it, trade didn't exist.
Dude, well,
would be to, like, little fucking clans out in the wild. Like, there's like 20 or 30 of them, and they all just, like, there's no trading. They all just work for each other. Like, some people are weaving baskets and shoes and shit, and they don't trade. They just supply their little clan.
Yeah, and Hef, if you can, try to talk a little bit closer to your microphone, or yeah, that'll be much better. Fuck yeah.
Just put the mic in the back of your throat.
Just put it right in your dick hole. But what was I gonna say? But so Sean actually had he's not listening, so I'll wait. But I was gonna say your story about how you just straight up barter and traded your Wait, was that you? Who the fuck said that story? Was that you who just straight up traded a PlayStation or a PlayStation for an Xbox?
I traded a Nintendo 64 for a PlayStation.
Oh, PlayStation, that's what it was. Yeah.
I just don't. You couldn't do it without technology, because what about all the shipping and logistics of it all? Like,
yeah, but if money is not a thing, then it's like, yeah, I'll mail you an N64 and you mail me a PlayStation. That's it. No money involved. Because if there's no money, then you don't have to pay to have it shipped. There's just some guy out there.
What you need is like something like like a Bitcoin. And that's it.
Nah, but
Like that's the universal
that's still currency,
currency.
though. The universal currency should be just like, I mean, obviously this is super hippie talk, for sure. But if it, I would imagine, and I have a feeling, what was that?
I don't know, what was it?
It was Crumpton messaging me, and he just sent me a link to some UFO shit. Here, let me send him the link to the episode, to the Zoom meeting. Hold on. We are live with Jeff and Hal. Come hang out with us. All right, so we'll see if Zach shows up.
Okay.
But
What were y'all
anyway.
talking about? Sounded good.
Well, we're we're still trying to figure out, like, there's got to be a better. So Sean's last thing he said was
Trade and everything.
no. Yeah, so I'm talking about that, but then Sean said, well, we could just use Bitcoin. But the thing that I said was, yeah, but that's still currency. That's still money.
For sure.
That's still a
Yeah, you're
monetary
still
based
trading.
system. I'm talking about nothing like that. Like, for like, so let's say, because I was going to tell you, Jeff, Sean was telling me the story about how he just straight up traded an N64 for a PlayStation. And just good old fashioned trade and barter, no money required. I have something you want, you have something I want. And with that said, and like I just said a second ago, I know this sounds hippie talk as fuck. I totally get it. But listen, I just have a feeling that Zach, shut your fucking text message sound. Oh, he can't even hear me. Why am I yelling at him? Okay. But so if I wanted to, like, let's say you live in Oregon and I live in Arizona, which actually happens to be the case, and we wanted to trade something, and then, I think Sean was starting to point out, like, well, what about the guy that's making the delivery? What is he getting? Well, I just think that everybody is gifted and talented at very specific things. Like, for some reason, I'm just a fucking natural drummer. Like, whatever it is, like, it's just second nature to me. I'm just good at that.
So are you leaning towards like no money, but just pure trading of the product itself?
Yeah, and plus, like,
I thought okay. I went even further and said like no trading at all. Just like you just provide. So like with like not a clan, I keep calling it that, but like a tribe back in the day of like 40 to 100 people, it would just be them providing for their group and community, as opposed to, like I made these and I'm gonna hold on to them and trade one for that fish, etc.
Well, that's the ultimate thing to achieve, is what you're talking about. That's what we really need to get
we
to.
talked about that a long time ago, doing that together.
Yeah, remember that? Well, I don't know if Hev was in on those talks. Yeah, you were. Yeah, because we were planning on. That was the dream, was for all of us to just buy a plot of land and grow our own food and grow our own vegetables. Yeah, like a little commune, an anti-ed commune. Dude, think about how fun that would be, dude, if we all lived together. Like, not in the same house, just in the same area. You know what I mean?
Same farm, different house.
Same farm, different houses. We all helped out. Everybody did their part. And we wouldn't have to worry a fuck about anything. Have our own little mini ramp in the back. Get a little
Sean
couple
could
of
live in that
rails.
garage.
Yeah, Sean could sleep on a pile of rocks. And I'll have a nice bed. And ladies and gentlemen, I just want to point out again how big Jeff's head is.
We're just gonna build. We're gonna build
Dude,
a shed like Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys for Bresler, with a bunch of kitties. That's where he's gonna stay.
Oh, that's perfect for me. Yes, that's all I need. That's all I need is a shed and some cats, and maybe a liquor lanch every now and
Dude,
then.
why would you want to house it with just like shit and piss from cats? And then like once every week for like 12 seconds you see the cat go by, like, I love cats. Yes.
Yeah, I'd probably just have a couple of cats rather than like 17.
Dude,
But,
you just get 2 dogs and call it a day, and their piss doesn't smell like fucking ammonia.
No, but if
and
you
they're
No, you're the it's the exact opposite. My cat goes to the bathroom outside, and she takes care of herself. You literally like dogs are stupid. With all due respect, dogs are stupid as fuck compared to cats. And like I don't have to discipline my cat. She just knows what I want her to do and not do. If I go outside and walk down the street, she stays right next to me. I don't need a fucking leash. She just walks right the fuck next to me. She's allowed to go outside whenever she wants. She pisses and shits outside and buries it by herself. Literally no maintenance whatsoever. All I have to do is feed her, and she just hangs out with me no matter what I do or where I go. She doesn't piss on the carpet. You don't have to potty train her. None of that shit.
Yeah, I know. It's hit and miss with me for cats. It's probably the best love-hate relationship. Emphasis on the hate, but they're pretty cool.
Well, the times when cats suck is when you get someone like, well, I'll just leave out names, but when people have cats and they just keep them locked up like a prisoner in their one-bedroom apartment for their entire life, yeah, no wonder your cat hates you. He just wants to go outside and climb trees, and you're keeping him prisoner in your fucking apartment. Let your cat be a cat, you fuck. Let them outside. They're supposed to climb trees. They're supposed to catch mice. They're not supposed to sit on a couch for 20 fucking years, you fucking idiots. Sorry, that just really pisses me off. When people keep their pets locked in a fucking house.
I feel like that was directed towards a specific type of person, aka.
Yeah, it was. It totally was. But yeah, we'll just leave names out of that. And now, if there's a certain she that hears this, no, that was not talking about you. I'm actually talking about somebody else. Although I could see why you would think that. And the reason why I'm not is because that cat actually finally escaped. And I was so proud of him. I was so proud of him because he straight up jumped off of. Do you remember how tall how far off the ground my balcony was in my Austin apartment?
What story was it?
Well, it was on the second story, but on top of that, the cat had to jump on top of the guardrail, which is like another 5 feet on top of the second floor, and jumped down and like bruised his legs and his whole body. Like he just sat in one spot for a few days after that outside because he couldn't fucking move. But that's how badly he wanted to get the fuck out of that apartment, especially since he saw my cat go outside every fucking day. And he's just like, well, how come I can't go outside? But that wasn't my cat. So, but yeah, that's actually not who I was talking about though. I'm actually talking about somebody else who I'm not going to give any hints to. But it's a lot of people. Most cat owners keep their cats locked in their fucking house. That is the most torturous thing you can do to an animal.
Didn't we have to get into that apartment by climbing up to that back patio door?
Yeah, I can't believe I did that because I would never do that again. But yeah, I was pretty drunk when I did it. That's the only reason why I had the confidence to do it. But yeah, looking back at it now, I was like, damn, I would straight up never do that again. But yeah, that's insane. But apparently other people do because one person broke into our apartment by doing that. That was fun.
Yeah.
You working hard on that game of Skater XL, Heffrey?
No, I'm trying to figure out. Can't you do like sound bites or something?
Yeah, so you see
Yeah,
the little
sound alarms.
the purple icon.
Which
Wait,
one?
are you on computer or on your phone?
Computer.
All right, so hover your mouse over the screen.
Yeah.
You see that purple thing? Yeah. And that's how you do it. Oh, you know what I haven't been looking at is that. Okay, good. Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna call in. I'm gonna log out. Exactly. I'm gonna orientate the phone lines.
Yeah, that
outta here.
one. That one's nice.
Oriented. Hadouken! Hadouken!
Motherfucker.
Yo, I think I saw some headphones, like some gamer headphones, and they had the Mortal Kombat Dragon logo on them. Have you ever seen those, Bresler?
No, I have not. I would rock them though. Fuck yeah.
They're probably some custom headphones, but I was like, damn, that looks tight.
Shit, you should see. I mean, I bought the most badass pair of headphones for my PlayStation, and that I also use for my shows. Well, not these shows, but the radio shows. And the only problem though is it's too fucking small for my head. I mean, it kind of barely fits on there. But now I'm thinking like, man, good thing I'm not Jeff, because these
Oh,
will
you should shave
definitely
your
not
hair,
fit.
and it'll probably fit.
No, dude, look at how flat my hair. Like, it's pulled back as tight as it can go. It's just flat. If anything, it's adding like a centimeter. Probably more like a milli. Yeah, maybe a centimeter at best. But yeah. I wonder if I have
Jeff, you're muted.
Did we get a Venmo for $1?
no, I don't think so. Yeah, we need to start announcing these. Now people go and watch it afterwards, but that doesn't do us any. I mean, it does do some good, but it doesn't do us any good as far as like that kind of shit. So we need to
Sure.
start earlier. Well, that's the other thing. We started 2.5 hours late, so we missed a lot of people just from that right there. But yeah,
I've got about 8 minutes left.
that's
I'm
perfect because we only have 8 minutes left until the 2 hour mark. Literally, I'm not even joking. So
nailed it.
you are actually perfectly on
Numerology.
time. Perfectly on time. And
Sweet.
The power of numerology.
so did you and Heather pick out a spot yet? Like specifically a house? Or are you just
Oh, in Austin? Yeah, for sure. It's in the Southwest over in Oak Hill.
Dude, where is the cheapest area to live in Austin? Like
By the east side
like
or the
Riverside?
south
Yeah.
or the north.
Yeah. I found a pretty solid apartment, dude, like $900 a month. It's pretty nice, has all the shit, plenty of
Where is it?
outdoor. It's I forget. It's like it's more like northwest Austin. Like kind of by the what's it called? The 183 and the where the
Dude, I
183
would
hits
try
the shit.
east. East is it's way better. It's
Yeah.
cool.
Well, I've got a couple places I'm looking at over there too.
For sure.
Oh wait, no, I'm tripping. The one I'm talking about is it's right off Riverside. Or no, I'm sorry, Old Torf. It's right at Old Torf and 35. You go east on Old Torf a little bit,
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, $900 a month. So I just wish there was something a little. Man, if I could find something for $800 a month, that would be like legitimately doable for
You
my
probably could. It'd
stupid
just be
self.
super shitty.
Well, that's the
Dude, I
thing.
found the spot for what was it? I think it was like 350, but it was a room in a house.
Oh, I remember
There was
that.
like 3 other people living in there.
Yeah, one of those.
I mean, didn't you actually live there for a little bit?
Yeah, for like a couple months.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, for like yeah, like 6 months. But I was always at your apartment.
Yeah, you
I
almost
pretty
forgot
much
you.
just stayed at your place.
Yeah, you basically just kind of kept your stuff over at that spot, and then you just kind of just at my place.
Yeah,
Man, I missed that apartment.
that was a fun time, dude. I kind of missed that
Yeah,
time.
dude. Well, guess who's, dude? It's gonna be the same shit as soon as I get my new apartment in Austin. Well, but you're just busy as fuck now, so you won't be able to be around.
Yeah, no, it's
Be
not
as
gonna be
around.
the same shit.
Yeah, it won't be the same. But yeah, I miss those times too, man. Even just stupid shit, just playing Grand Theft Auto, even like that was
I
fucking
know, I
fun.
beat that whole game, dude. I just played it like impulsively.
dude. And yeah, Sean
It's a good one.
legitimately 100% complete on Grand Theft Auto 5, which is pretty
Holy
hard to do.
shit.
Yeah, straight up.
Did they
It
have the
took
hidden
like,
packages in that one too?
yeah, they had all kinds of hidden little shits and
No way.
side missions and
Dude, that's the greatest game I've ever played though. That and Skyrim.
Hell yeah.
it's really good.
Dude, honestly, Jeff, like
It's that storyline.
if you could just get
Yep.
over the learning curve, like if you liked Skyrim, you would love Elder Scrolls Online. But
Yeah, I think I don't want to invest the time. I tried playing it and I was like, I can't. Like it's too big, too much.
yeah, it is time consuming. It's gotten to the point where the only reason I get on and play these last couple of months is so that I don't get kicked out of the guilds I'm in. Like that's it. Like I just because their rules are like a lot of them. It's like you have to be active at least once a week. So I'll just get on one night and play with them for a little bit, just so that I don't lose my spot in the guild. But that's like the only time I've played it. That's the only reason I've been playing it for these last 2 months. All right, so Zach is messaging me. Let's see what his filthy hell mouth or hell fingers are typing to me. Dude, what the fuck? Did you know we created a new element on the period? Dude, let me correct Zach real quick. Dude, Bob Lazar.
I'll eat your ass.
Will eat your ass. Absolutely. Bob Lazar told us about element 115 30 30 years ago. And get the hell on the show.
Jeff, how's work going?
Check out this little dude I created.
What? That's an elephant.
All right, so yeah, hopefully
Hmm.
Jesus Murphy. Oh yeah, that's
Brian,
Jeff,
did you
have
see
you been
that?
skating?
dude. Every single morning I wake up and go this last couple of weeks. Every single morning, wake up and go bomb the hills outside my house, and especially since Skater XL's been out, wake up, do some challenges in Skater XL, then go outside and bomb the hills in real life, and then start making all my phone calls and emails and all that shit. Good way to start your day.
Nice. Yeah, no, I haven't in like 6 weeks.
You haven't skated at all?
Damn.
Yeah, but I probably will more often in Austin.
Yeah, for sure. Especially when we're all in the, like with all of us there.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah, I got some spots in mind. I'm building a little spot library in my phone.
Nice.
Yep.
All right, we got 60 seconds left. You gonna do a lightning round again?
Go for it, Hale.
Brian, what you got? Y'all can both lightning it up.
Let me see it. Why? Where do you have to go, by the way? Or what do you have to do?
It's just a deadline.
What's a deadline?
I gotta meet the deadline.
So you mean you just feel like leaving? You know, if I've learned anything from knowing Zach for most of my life, it's that he's probably not going to make it on here. So, I mean, I'll keep my eye out for him, but yeah, he's got about if he doesn't
Sure.
join in the next couple of minutes, then we're just going to wrap this up. Oh, Dan James, what's happening, my friend? All the way from Australia. He says, I always find it amusing when people think 115 is a new thing. I know, right? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell my friend on Facebook.
Shiny
right now.
captain.
Yeah, that's Dan James from Australia. He's probably one of our most OG listeners of
Where
Shift
from?
from
What
Shift
part?
from Shift Happens. Yeah, what part of Australia are you at, Dan? I forgot. Where are you in Melbourne?
Melbourne.
Are you're I think you're, what did you say? You're like an hour or so away from like Melbourne, or was it the other one? Yep, Melbourne. He's in Melbourne. See, I have some sort of memory that works sometimes. Yeah, how about that?
There you go. Sweet.
And
Northern's cool.
hey, Dan, do you feel like hanging out with us? Because I've got the phone system here, and you would be really fun to talk to. But if not, no worries, my friend. Hope you're
Sean,
doing
did you
all
think
right
of
over there.
anything? Looks like you're falling asleep. Dude, it's really happening.
Oh yeah, I wasn't sure if he was falling asleep or if he was just
I'm
thinking really
listening.
hard.
No, I was trying to think of like a skateboarding question, but
Brian, what you got?
What is the most out of all the shit you've ever filmed, and you've probably filmed more tricks than the both of us, because because you filmed for several video parts, and we only ever really filmed for anti-ed. So with that said, let's hear, at least in no particular order, your top 3 most proud of tricks that you've ever done that you got on film.
I think the front lip at that post oak rail that's like a down and out. That Peter
oh
Rimondello front
yeah,
boarded,
yeah.
and it's like neck high drop off.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, which one?
Um,
Or what did you
it's
do on it?
around the corner from post oak, but it's in one of my parts where the rail goes down and then out like really far. You have to like gap to it, and I front lipped it.
Oh, yeah. That's one of the sickest things I've ever seen you do. Fuck yeah. Okay, I like that. All right, so that's one. What else?
Yeah, it just landed solid, and it felt cool. It was great.
Yeah,
I was
that
wearing like
was-
the Boss's America shoe, I
Dude,
think.
I didn't realize that was by Post Oak.
Yeah, it's like 2 blocks away or something.
Wow, this whole fucking time.
It's kind of hidden. There's a lot of buildings. Um,
Damn.
it's a good question.
Yeah.
And then on top of it,
I got one in mind that comes up, like pops up in my mind.
honestly,
there's a bunch of small things that like aren't impressive, but just that I remember doing that felt cool.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Something
yeah.
like that.
Well, that's kind of what I'm asking is, yeah, what are the 3 tricks that you're the most hyped on that you got on film? Let me rephrase it that way.
Right?
And what's one trick that you never got that you really wish you did, that you almost got? Like
50-50 on the 27 set for sure.
I was going to use that as an example. Yeah.
Dude, wish I got that because I
That
rolled away
was-
probably like 3 to 5 times. 2 of them like I had it. I rolled away
Yeah.
like a good like fucking 15 feet, and I fell forward. And then twice I like slipped out. And
Damn.
then once I like bounced off my back and bounced like 5 feet off the ground.
That was one of the worst slams I've ever seen. Yeah.
Dude, if you watch it in normal speed, it's terrifying.
Yeah. And
Fucking
so
gnarly.
I mean, but wouldn't you could totally do that now even though.
Probably not.
I mean, I know it's just a matter of getting into it. If you just get into it right, then you just haul ass and just try not to get speed wobbles and just fucking roll
Dude,
away.
it was terrifying. So you just have to have like a ton of focus and energy to like get yourself psyched up to do it. I
Yeah.
think that, yeah.
Especially because
Um,
on that side that you skated, it's kind of a death drop on the other side, isn't it?
Yeah.
See, yeah, because for me, I would be hitting it without the death drop on the other side.
Actually, I think the other side is even sketchier because it's a death drop plus stairs going the other direction. So you'd be ultra fucked. My death drop would be grass. So
Wait, no, but I'm talking
Um,
about like going the same direction that you did, but hitting the right ledge instead of the left one,
that's what I'm saying.
like against
Like
the
it's a
wall.
death drop, and there's a double set down there.
Oh, I must have never looked over the ledge
Yeah.
because I didn't know that was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, people skate that double set rail, that double kink rail.
And you know
Yeah,
what?
I think Keyshot did something on it.
Dan
He
James,
snipped it.
Dan James in the chat room is saying, take Brian's advice. I mean, you might die, but just get into it.
Exactly.
Yeah. See. Exactly.
All right, well, what's another?
So we need two more of. So we need two more tricks that you landed that you're the most hyped on over all the years that you got on film.
Um, I think all the tricks I did at Lamar High were cool. Like I
Like the
back-180'd over the rail and kick-flipped it and then 50-50'd it, the bump to bar.
fuck yeah. And that's unfortunately that's one of those spots where you don't realize, like, you can't tell how gnarly it is on film unless you've been there.
Yeah,
Or
it's fucked.
you know what
But
I mean?
Dude,
I kick-flipped it twice. Once with Gary, once with John Danielson. And when I kick-flipped it with Gary, I was like I was stretched thin. Like I had given it my all and I still hadn't landed it. And I was so close, but I fucking kept trying. I was probably like 17 and I had that youthful fucking
that testosterone.
yeah.
Oh, I fucking shit.
And my fucking nose started bleeding. Like that's how fucked I was.
Yeah. All right, so that's one, and or well, that's two. We still need one more.
Right.
Now, I've got to ask, Heffrey, do you still have the hairiest nipples on the planet?
What?
Dude, I just remember going to Florida. Like, you remember when you and me and Josh went to Florida? And oh my God, we've got some good stories from that too. And too bad Josh isn't here to tell them. But I just remember, like, we went outside to take that one pic. Like, I don't know, there's that one picture of us like on the beach, and I just remember like looking over, and your nipples were just like covered in hair. I'm like, where the fuck did all that hair? Why is hair only specifically growing on your nipples?
Dude, ironically or coincidentally, actually, like 2 nights ago, Heather said the exact same fucking thing.
Yeah, you gotta shave that shit, dude. Get that shit out of there. It takes 2 seconds.
I did because she was attacking me. She
Yeah.
wasn't having it.
Yeah, you can't have hairy nipples. Like,
Shit,
how'd you
dude,
expect?
I actually thought she like texted you or something.
Oh no, I've always just noticed you have fucking hairy ass
No
nipples.
way, I didn't know that was a thing. Anyway, back to my last answer. Dude, I don't know. There's a lot of like tricks that match. I'm like, that was cool, that was great, that was good. Actually, I guess I could say back to that ollie that I did into the street in Austin. It was like a double,
Ooh,
probably the size of like
yeah.
a double seven.
I liked that trick. Yes, and
Dude, bonus trick. He nollie Casper flipped over this sketchy pole,
That was a good one.
and it was in the Four Duos montage.
Yeah, I did a tail bonk too. Nollie Casper
Yeah.
flip tail bonk on a pole jam.
Yeah.
wow.
It was that Street Gap. Remember that, Brian?
Yeah,
You love Street Gap. Remember,
Yeah.
Brian?
Oh, I know Street
Gap's your
Gap.
favorite?
I just don't think I was there for that trick.
yeah, that
And,
was a random one.
and if by
Dude, speaking of street gap, you know the big street gap? I almost kickflipped it. That was one that got away.
Damn.
Shit. Who were we talking to that was? Oh yeah, so Fitz was saying that, you know, like I was saying, he comes to Houston like every 2 weeks, and he's been filming with Captain John lately. He's filming for a part in something that, like, Captain John's making a new video or something.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know anything about it except for that. That's all I know, actually.
Dude, do you still talk to like Chris or Whitney or any of those dudes?
If anything, it's just John still.
Do you know what? I just really wonder what Chris is up to, Chris Luring.
He just had a kid. He had a daughter like 6 months or a year ago.
But did he ever, like, you know, I guess he never moved to California or anything? He just kind of stayed in Texas?
No, he like turned pro for some company for like a year or less. Went to San Francisco, then just like moved back, and then just kept doing what he's doing work wise, like delivering for UPS, I think.
Wow. Man, if
For
he,
in Kingwood too. He delivered in Kingwood for like a few years.
wow, dude. See, he's another one of those dudes, you know, like like people like him and like LaDerek and you, Jeff, and you, Sean. Like, man, if you guys could just tolerate living out there, just imagine if you lived if you had been living in North Hollywood right next to Baker Boys for the last 10 years like Fitz has, you all would easily be as hooked up as him, and you'd be so good that you probably couldn't even imagine.
For sure. Even Derek, I second that.
Oh, oh, you mean Derek Simon?
Yeah, for sure. Derek Simon.
Yeah,
I think he's filming actually for John's video right now.
Oh,
A
really?
little,
I
a little
thought
bit. Yeah.
I was under the impression that he never quite got over that knee injury.
I don't know.
And I feel like that was it because he had some serious injuries, a few of them like all in a row, and he was out for a while. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah, he moved back to fucking Nederland,
why?
Texas.
Why would he do that?
See, I don't know.
But yeah, hey, I'm gonna go though.
Yeah, it's about
Yep.
time to wrap this up. So, well, hey, let's end the show first, and then we can talk for a couple minutes, and then we'll leave. Okay. So, so with that, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in, and don't fuck yourself.
Perfect.
Indeed.